common vision, these are the starting words of the Rio Declaration on the Future We Want document that formed the basis of the Sustainable Development Goals. 8 long years have elapsed since the Rio Declaration adoption, yet we have completely ignored the need and importance of implementing this common vision. Instead, polarization, isolationism, and national chauvinism continue to make our nations and societies increasingly insular. And then this pandemic struck, catching all nations, including the mightiest, off guard, sending each country diving into its own cubbyhole, closing borders, and in a sense replicating the proverbial ostrich, as if burying our heads would avert the problem. And as with all disasters, its effect has been disproportionate, with a magnified impact on the LDCs and on the vulnerable sections of civil society, amongst them young people and women. The irony of the situation lies in the fact that for 5 years we have had a mechanism in the SDGs, a detailed set of 17 goals and 169 targets that address and suggest action pathways to address the issues that beget our planet and humanity. Yet we allowed the same trend of overconsumption and wastage to continue that made rich nations richer while the poor sunk deeper into the abyss. Our inaction will compound the pandemic effect and consequently the quality of the world future generations will inherit. Now more than ever before, the onus is on us, young people. Remember, we are the largest constituent of civil society. Don't get misled by promises that we are the future leaders. That is just one more way of keeping us away from the decision-making table. We are today's leaders who should be deciding what our future should look like. That has been my mission for the last 12 years, and through Green Hope, we empower the world's most vulnerable, those whom the world has forgotten, refugees, children of prisoners, indigenous communities, supporting them with skills-based education so that they can take tangible actions in making their local communities equitable and sustainable. I firmly believe that we are better and more capable than just leading protests and shouting slogans. Young people must stop allowing themselves to be exploited, being used in this tokenistic fashion. It is time each one of us took accountability and took ground-level actions accordingly. Multilateralism must be the new mantra as we come out of the pandemic pause. Collaboration, cooperation, and empathy must be our drivers. Our outreach must address the needs of those who are the farthest first. We need to implement local circular economies and stop the current linear supply chain mechanism that takes away the natural resources of developing nations to feed Western consumers, leaving them to grapple with a degraded environment. And this change must be driven by us, the youth, the leaders of today, who must decide what tomorrow should look like. Thank you.